Hi, it's Beth from Sweetheart's Hair Design, and today I'm going to show you how to do the climbing flower braid. So Corrie, my neighbour, is my model today, and she's got lovely long hair to show you, but you can do this style on much shorter hair because I did it on my little one, Bailey, who's only 2. She's got kind of curly hair to here, so it does work. Okay, let's get started. So to start this style, I've just sectioned off a piece of hair at the front. So I've just taken it from here on the right, gone all the way across the top, and then probably about an inch or so from the left ear, and I've just put a little hair tie bobble in that just to keep it out of the way. So basically this style is a Dutch braid. I've actually got a new video of the Dutch braid. You'll see the link now if you just need a little bit of extra help with that. So I'm going to start the Dutch braid here, and we're going to bring it up and around all the way to the top, adding in this bit of hair, and then we're going to make a flower out the top. So that's how the style's going to go. So if you're doing this style on a slightly older child, I would ask them at this point just to tilt the head slightly. I did it on Abby the other day and she wouldn't tilt her head, and I still managed to do it, so don't worry if you can't, but it's just a little bit easier. So I'm going to just take a small section of hair from the bottom here, give it a little brush through, and we're going to divide that into 3, and you're going to start your Dutch braid. So you're going to go under, under, under again, and you're going to start adding in hair now. So you're going to keep the braid fairly close to the hairline, so try and get all those baby hairs in if you can. Now with the sections that are coming from the top, you don't want them to go that way, you almost want them to sweep upwards. So it is a little bit tricky because you're not taking a section of hair like that and adding it in. You're almost taking it right from the edge, just a really small section, and you're going to add that into your Dutch braid, go under, and then you're starting again from the bottom. So again, add in a small section of hair, smooth it out. There we go. Under. So again, the tricky bit to this braid is really just trying to get the hair to come across ways. So if you can just tilt a tiny bit more for me, Corinne. Sorry, hon. There we go. Add that piece of hair in. And start to bring the braid up. So once you get like sort of to the ear, you've got to really try and concentrate now, because you're not taking it this way, you're taking the braid around. So you've got to angle your hands to which way you want the braid to go, because if I just angle my hands like that, then the braid's just going to keep going that way. So angle your hands, take in your sections, and really concentrate on the direction that you want the braid to go. So at this point here, I'll just turn her a little bit for you. So at this point here, you're taking hold of that strand, and then you're really starting to turn that braid. So when you've run out of hair, I just want you to get this piece and take that out and just release all that hair down now. Sorry, Corinne. And just put it all to the front like that. So what we're going to do is we're now going to start adding in all this hair that you'd left out at the beginning. Really, I just put that there so you haven't got all the hair flowing down the back. It's just a bit easier to manage the style. So again, just taking in your sections like you were, and just adding them in. Again, remembering, sorry Corinne, just to keep turning your hands to that braid. So once you've added in all the hair, you're just going to finish off the style just by braiding to the ends. But what I want you to do after about 3 or 4 stitches across is take the right hand side of the braid and just start to pull on the edges, because this is going to create your flower now. So as you can see, I'm just sort of using the flat parts of my finger and thumb, and I'm also almost sort of just teasing them like that. Don't worry if you get little bits popping out like that, because when we make the flower, we'll just tuck them behind. So don't panic if little bits do pop out. Try not to get too many, but if a few pop out, don't worry about it. So once you get to the end, just get a little elastic. If you just click the eye, you can get these from my store, and just tie the end like that. So next you're going to be creating your flower, which will cover that area there. So you're basically going to be winding it up and around, and you're also going to just be tucking in these loose ends. So start at the bottom like this, and you're just basically going to wind up this hair. Now once you've got the flower in the position that you want it in, you're going to start to pin it to the head. So I always use the 6.5 centimeter grips, and I've also got these available if you click the eye. So you don't want to be able to see this grip. So what I do is I almost lift up that piece of hair, grab hold of it with one side of the grip, use the other side to catch hold of the hair that's going into the braid, and then you're just going to push it through. And sometimes you'll find that it pushes out the other end and you can see it, so just have to reposition it so that you can't see it coming out the other end. And you're going to do the same at the top, so just lift it up, catch hold of it, and just push it through all the way. So once you've secured your flower into place, it shouldn't move at all. If you feel like these petals here are a bit bigger than these ones, you can just go in and just lightly pull at those, but I think that looks pretty even now. And I like to just go into the centre and just put in a little twisty. So you just place it in the centre and just twist it in. So that's the style finished. So I'll just give you a little spin around. So starting here, and you go all the way up, and then if you're doing it on an adult, you can just loosen these sections off at the front. I'll just spin your Corin. Oh, hold on. There we go. Right, so you can just pull at these sections. You can leave little bits out at the front if you wanted, give them a curl, and then you've pinned your flower there. But it's quite a tricky style, this one, because you're sort of going against gravity of the hair, so it does take a few times. I had to have a little practice at this one, because I just found it really hard to get that sweeping motion with the hair, but you get there eventually. So thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe by clicking the Sweethearts logo at the bottom of the screen, and you can also find me on Instagram at Sweethearts Hair Design. Thank you, bye.